Taylor, can you walk us through what happened at the end of the game?
We won, finally.
What were some of the biggest keys, especially looking like they made that run towards the end of the third? Kind of what was the message going into the fourth?
Similar to the first half. I mean, despite a 39-point first quarter from us, we go up 36 points. But I thought our resilience, our responses were great. They went on their runs. We immediately went on a run. I thought our guys were pretty dialed in on the game plan. Guys that had hurt us in the past, I think we did a good job on them. And obviously Schroeder was playing really well, and Cam Johnson, I thought we did a good job on them. But obviously other guys, had some nights as well. But overall, our pace was a big factor in the first half. So when they went on their runs, we tried to make sure we executed our game plan again, but offensively, our pace, our movement, we understood, like, when we weren't touching the paint, we weren't getting quality possession. So it was kind of just recalibrating that over the course of the game. I thought our guys did a great job, even without me having to make any comments. I thought they led the timeouts great. Certain points, throughout the night, something happened. It was a free throw. They came together. I thought the guys had great feel, against a team that had beaten us twice before. And, when they made their runs, we had a response every time.
Taylor, so what does it say about the maturity and the professionalism of this team to have this time off and then to come right back out and put together this performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was great to actually have a rhythm. In the first quarter, those are tough when you have 4 days without a game. But felt the work that we did on Wednesday and Thursday was very beneficial off of 2 days of not doing anything, which is very beneficial as well. So I was really happy with the offense. In the first half, defense not so much in the first quarter. I thought they were just getting really clean looks. Our activity on the ball wasn't where it needed to be, even despite our game plan being good. When they were moving the ball, we just weren't, great with our closeouts. But responded in the second quarter, obviously responded in the fourth quarter. And as I said, 48 minutes, I thought we just had this, on a mission mentality. And, I know it's just the regular season, but, we obviously struggled against this team, two games in a row early in the season, and to come out and actually have that edge and that responsiveness, throughout the game, I thought was really impressive, because this team, they can bite you pretty quick with their drive kick game, different guys knocking down shots. We came up with the stops we needed to, and we benefited with, converting on the other end.
What is the biggest difference from this team that played this next two times earlier than play tonight? 'Cause they look like a totally different team. What's the biggest difference from when they played then to when they playing now?
The biggest thing was just locked in on the game plan. I mean, we had way too many mistakes with our game plan. We learned a lot in the first game, and then we played them, less than a week later, up in Brooklyn, and we knew the game plan. We talked about it. We watched the film. We broke it down, all that, and we didn't execute it. So maybe we just needed a couple extra weeks, and I think, I give the Nets a lot of credit. They helped us a lot with our, one-on-one defense and our shell defense, and they still made it tough tonight. When we made a mistake, they make you pay, but when we kind of dictated where their offense went, I thought we benefited.
Coach, a lot of news to be made about the fire at the end of the game, but at the end of the third quarter, he made a run. Santi looked like he got fired up. He also had two shots where he wound up on his behind, but at 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, you go back and watch. He was not only made the shot, he was the first person in the paint on defense, just running the court. He's making just the commitment, the desire he's got, the conviction of making those off-ball runs, the transition runs where he's not bringing it up, but he's making that second or third run to open up spaces. Can you just talk about how that's infectious for the team and what he's doing to really grow his game this year?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously he's a heck of a player. Love the effort he gave offensively, defensively. We talk about role change all the time, but like when he gets fired up, I want him to channel it well. When we had a brief moment, I was like, I can just channel this well, and he did it. Obviously was knocking down shots, getting into the paint on the offensive side, but he didn't get distracted from whatever was happening, on the floor. And then I thought his defense, was improved, from, the previous two games against this team. So overall, I love a competitive, fiery Santi. It's one of the best versions.
Taylor, so tonight the Nets hit 38% of their threes on 53 attempts. More often than not, that's a recipe for a win in today's NBA. But just how do you feel the team kind of alleviated their three-point attack to get another double-digit win?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Schroeder's given us problems in the past. Cam Johnson was playing at a high level, so I thought we did a decent job trying to control those guys, not letting them have big nights for us. But obviously Finney Smith had a big night, Jalen Wilson, and obviously Clowney. So other guys had to benefit in their offense. The paint, was a battle for us. We wanted to win the paint for sure, and thought we had good balance from the three-point line. And then just, making sure we weren't giving up 30-plus free throws, with their downhill attack. I thought we controlled that area of the game much better, and that's what also hurt us in the first two games is they got paint, they got threes, they got free throws. Second game, we talked about they hurt us in all three, and they did it again. Maybe just a little bit lesser than the first matchup, but overall tonight, we knew the three-point line was going to be there, but other guys had to make some threes against us, and luckily we were able to come out with a victory.
You mentioned the best version, one of the best versions of Santi kind of being the fiery one, but just for the team as a whole, obviously this game was, high emotions, so to speak, or whatever. What do you make of that as a coach when your players, like when you guys kind of are in a competitive battle like this, and, like Josh talking to their players, coaches, other players are talking, and all those things are going on?
I mean, at the end of the day, our guys love to compete, and as long as we're doing it with impact and winning, I thought there was a team collective mentality, as I mentioned, about just how we even came together throughout some adverse moments, playing fast. 30-plus assists again, multiple guys making an impact. I thought our starting unit was great, despite some challenges on the defensive side in the first and the third. They helped us with our runs. Our bench came in, helped us with the runs. We just played a deep group that loves to compete, so we got to have that every single night. I talked to them after the game. It's like we have to come in no matter who we're playing, whatever had happened previously. We've got to come in with that focus, that urgency, that respect to how we've got to play our standard every single night. We're at our best when we're the most competitive and other teams. So it's a great challenge, 82-game regular season. So glad that we bounced back after 4 days without a game and came in with the right mentality. And we've been playing that way of late, and we're going to need to take that on the road against LA, and then the next game, and the next game, and the next game.
Back to that, just what was the message to the team in the locker room after that kind of win, and looking at the minutes after 25, 30 games now into the season, Ja, Tripp, Dez, all around 28, 32 minutes. What went into that decision?
Yeah, I thought those guys were huge for us tonight. So lead into when they were going on some runs, definitely wanted to get them quick breathers and come back to continue to play with that great force that they were displaying throughout the game. And message was just what I told them. We got to have this mentality every single night. I'm glad we learned our lesson after the first two matchups against them. It's interesting how the games get rescheduled, and we came out focused on us the last 2 days, and then we got to business tonight, and got a great test from the Nets, and we came out with a victory. And you're going to have that every single night. So tomorrow, travel out west to LA and get ready for a tough one against the Lakers on Sunday. Great. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.